So maybe just early, obviously, but how's the first couple of days felt, and just kind of being around the guys here?
It's great. It's intense. It's a good pace. Kind of what you'd expect out of the first couple days of training camp. I've been to enough now where you kind of know what you're getting into. So the pace has been great. Morale's been high. Good group of guys in there, it seems like. So I feel like I'm getting to know everybody and starting to fit in.
I mean, what for you is the mindset when you come into an opportunity like this, and what does it have to look like for you?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of it was kind of prior to this is just putting in the work all summer and preparing yourself to come and have a good camp and make a hockey club. And it's something I've done lots of my life, and I want to continue to play in the NHL and work hard to do so. So that's just what I'm trying to do here is show them I still got some game left.
Obviously, some familiarity with Husky going back a little ways, but he was obviously glowing about your abilities and what you can bring to a team. Does that experience, sort of help you in a situation like this?
Yeah, I think it's nice to go somewhere where you know the staff and the brass know you and kind of know what you're capable of. And obviously, with being in Edmonton for a while, they got to see a lot of me. And then going back with Husky, it's been I think 15 years since we were on the same team, but we've known each other a long time and have a good relationship. And Lambeau had me a bit in Nashville when I got traded there, so it's nice to be given a fair shake for sure.
There's some young, talented offensive defensemen who are in this organization's system. Have you gotten to watch any of them, and do they remind you of a young you?
Probably better than a young me. There's got some great talent in this organization, especially those offensive right-handed guys. So I think you look at the way the game's gone and kind of the Cale Makar effect, and these guys coming up are incredibly talented and smooth skaters, and they seem to have a few here, so the future's bright.
When you say that, was Cale Makar, do you view him as sort of having changed the way the game's played a little bit?
Yeah, I think you're probably seeing a lot of kids obviously are going to be big fans of his and trying to kind of emulate the way he plays. Easier said than done, I think. He's a pretty special guy, but I think it's always the trend. You have someone who comes in and kind of turns the league upside down, and then you're going to see kind of more people coming up throughout the years they're going to try to do the same. So I'm sure there's a lot of Cale Makar fans out there right now.
So what's the last year or so been like for you personally and professionally, and what makes this camp different for you?
Yeah, it's been as far as a hockey career goes, it's been one of the tougher of my career for sure. Things obviously didn't go the way I would have liked them to in Nashville, but that's behind me. And then just having like I said, a good summer of training and kind of recommitting yourself, and just realizing how quickly the NHL can slip away from you. So it's a game I love, and a league I love to play in. So this camp's it's different than probably the last 14 I've been a part of, where you're actually coming in and you don't have a spot, so you're fighting for one, and that's it's part of the journey and a new challenge for me, and I'm just trying to embrace it.
Maybe you touched on it, but does everything seem a little bit different for you this time around, given how fragile it is? Given you talked about maybe that dream potentially slipping away, do you have a greater appreciation for it all right now?
Totally. I think it's you don't realize what you have until it's gone, and I don't think I'm there yet. I think I got lots of hockey left in me. I'd love to play 1,000 games and win a Stanley Cup one day, but I think you definitely July 1 rolls around and you're not you're looking for cell reception, hoping someone's calling you, and it's a wake up call, and you go in the gym, you get on the ice, and you just put the work in, and you got to let the chips fall where they may. But it's definitely you don't realize how quickly it can be taken away when you're comfortable and used to it.
It sounds like, and you probably just touched on it a little bit, but the confidence is still there in your game and what you're capable of. Does that come from a little bit of the work that you put in this summer too, and just where you're at?
Yeah, totally. I think I know I'm in good shape. I know I'm prepared, and I know I'm a good hockey player. I've played a lot of good years in this league, and not so far removed from some pretty good years. So I think a big part is of being a good NHL player is opportunity and being prepared to meet the opportunity. So I'm hoping for both.
How can you help these young guys, and how can they help you?
Yeah, I've been on a lot of different teams where they've got young players, older teams, the whole thing. But I think it's just important to lead with being a good person first and foremost, treating people with respect, and showing them how to be pros and having some fun in the process. So I've always prided myself on being a good locker room guy, and guess I'm a veteran now, so just, kind of leading with, my personality and showing them, kind of how to go and be a good pro.
What made Calgary the right spot for you to go through this process?
I think, like I touched on earlier, it was just, going to a spot where you're going to get a fair chance. And I think having, the brass here that I know and they've seen me play a lot over the last few years. And I think that was just, an important part of it.